afternoon show. We are about to go live with Andrew Lin is the host, my co-host today, Andrew Lin with our panel. So Andrew, why don't you do a quick introduction? What is this special panel is all about?
So today, excited to talk a little bit about what we're able to help our buyers and sellers. We've got a few of our top agents in our brokerage. We've got Susan Chase, Christy Ramirez-Knowles, and Trisha Cowan, some amazing agents from our office. And we're here to talk about some of the opportunities that we can take advantage of to help our buyers and sellers take advantage of this hot market. So let's talk a little bit about what we're seeing. Susan, Christy, Trish, what are you seeing in the market right now?
The market's crazy. There's multiple offers and everything, and it's not, and we're not talking 1%, 0.5% over list price. You're talking upwards of 20, 25% over list price. So you have to be aggressive. You have to be quick. And you've got to pull out all the tricks in your bag to make this happen. And this is one of the reasons why I love what we're going to talk about today, because this is an ultimate trick for our clients to help them win that home.
Yeah. And I think we're excited to talk about, and then how about you, Trisha?
Same. It's crazy out there. I mean, there's multiple offers on every single home. And so if you really want the home, you need to be, especially with an agent that is going to have, as Christy said, all those tricks up their sleeve and in their bag to really help you get into the home of your dreams.
Right. And Susan, I think you're seeing the same thing in OC as well, too, right?
It's pretty nuts here. And so, you know, to position the buyer so that they are very competitive, you know, they can't come in with a contingent offer. It just does not work in this market. So, yeah.
So I think, well, what we're hearing is that there's not a lot of supply, a lot of demand, a lot of buyers out there, and there's just not a lot of supply. And also having, for those sellers who are looking to sell and having to put, to buy a home, they're having to put in non-contingent offers in order to be able to win, right? Is that what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing as well too, right? Absolutely. So I think with our new corporate partnership, I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of our sellers out there to take advantage of this hot market and be able to take equity out of their home and be able to take that money and use it to either the down payment on a new home or be able to pay bills and be able to stay in their home. So
before you move on, Andrew, let's just make sure we clarify, why is the market so hot?
Yeah, why is the market so
why
hot? Yeah.
What's going on? It's not, yes, we can see what's happening with the homes, but why is that the case? Interest rates are still really low, and your cost of money today is better than your cost of money when the interest rates go up. It also won't, right now, based on the interest rate, you can afford more home versus if you wait 6 months from now when the interest rates will be higher, we're projecting it to be higher, then you're putting yourself where you can't afford the size home that you want now with all the amenities and everything. So that is one of the reasons why the market is so hot, is because people are really trying to take advantage of the interest rates that they have right now. I'm still seeing 2s, 3 APRs in the low 3s, 3.0, 3.1 interest rates, and even on jumbos at 2.8. So it's really gotten a lot of buyers out there. It's brought some sellers out that want to capitalize on what they can get for their home. So I think we have to make sure that we define why, or at least give some people some insight as to why the market is so hot. It's not just because people are tired of living where they are. That's probably the case, but it also is heavily motivated by the interest rates that are still available for buyers.
For sure. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that people are motivated because of low interest rates. It's never been this low, I think, in the last 20 years. And with the low interest rates, purchasing power goes up. And so it's definitely a good, that's why a lot of people are taking advantage of this opportunity to make a move. So and any other reasons why, Susan or Trisha, you think that you're seeing why the market's been so hot and why people are looking to make a move?
That's pretty much it. I think, you know, maybe geopolitically too, people want to get out of the big cities and have more space because they are stuck at home or working from home. Their lifestyle has completely changed, and maybe that cute little condo serve the purpose. But now if they're home all the time, they want more space and they can afford more because of the interest rates being so low. So
Right. And I think, yeah, and with this new opportunity, I think it's great for those who are looking to make a move, and there are maybe some issues with credit score, or their income may not meet some of the requirements that they need to qualify for financing, but they do already have a home and have some equity built up over the years and be able to cash out. So, so what is this new partnership that we have here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed? Trisha, did you want to talk a little bit about how this works and what you're seeing?
I'm going to let you start off, Andrew.
So I think we're excited to talk. I mean, we talked a little bit about this morning with Michelle, but this is a great opportunity for sellers to take advantage of the hot market, be able to cash out and take equity out of what they've built, and be able to take that money, as I mentioned earlier, towards a down payment on a new home, and or if there's medical bills, and not have to make that move. With our new corporate partnership, sellers can take advantage of the equity and also be able to stay in that home for 3 months, 6 months, even longer, up to a year or 2 years longer even, depending on your situation, and not have to make that move and still be able to take advantage of all that equity. I think it's great because there's no credit score, as I mentioned, no concerns about DTI or income, and to be able to receive that instant equity. So with this new corporate partnership, sellers can get upfront up to 75% of the value of their home and be able to utilize that for various means. So
Well, so sellers get 100% of the value of their home. So, you know, because you see 75, it's like, oh, but I want all my equity.
Yeah,
but
so
they
it's broken
get
out into 2 payments.
Yeah.
And it's
so
they get 70, you'll get 75% upfront, and once the home is put onto the onto the market, then the seller can unlock the remainder of the 25% of the value of the home. So it comes in 2 payments, but you get 75% upfront. So
yeah, and the key thing there too is that 75%, so you can go ahead and pay off all your debt, you can fix credit scores, whatever you want to do. But then when it's sold in the open market, say whatever you deem the value of the home is, you get 75% and the remainder is 25. If it goes above that, you get all of it. So you don't just get the 25% and you're done. You get the 25% plus, whatever we end up selling your home for. And as you know, we do an incredible job of selling homes with our RBIT system, which is very unique, unlike anybody else.
For sure. So Christy, you're saying that sellers can get the appreciation in their home?
All the appreciation. It almost sounds too good to be true, but it's so true. And we're dealing with our corporate sponsor who operates in all states in the United States. So it's not a startup. It's not a new person. It's somebody that's well established throughout the entire United States. So we know they, have a great reputation, as well as they've been doing it. So they can handle and have handled all situations. So they can get 100% of their equity whenever they decide to sell. And like you mentioned, it could be you sell now, but you rent, and you stay in that home until you find that next perfect home, until you figure out where you want to go. And now you have that time. It almost takes them back to, when you were a first-time home buyer, when you were buying for the first time, you got to take your time to find that perfect home. And we kind of give them that scenario again. They're now going to be able to take their time with all that equity in their pocket, and now go find something else that's perfect for them. And that's the amazing thing about it. That's why we're calling this Opportunity Knock on our Easy Knock. So
what's also nice too is that if they don't want to pay the rent for that year, they don't have to. And how nice is that? It's like a 12-month lease back. So they don't have to move twice, put stuff in storage. They can stay in their home, take their time finding a place. And, the inventory is low, so it's going to take some time. And
Susan, so you're telling me that sellers can sell their home, live in their home, and not have to pay rent? So how does that work? Can you go into a little bit more detail?
Well, so the company, they just look at the asset. So if they're not qualifying the person, they're just qualifying the home. Whatever that home that built up equity is, like you were saying, they get that money and they can use it however they want. They can use it for a down payment or fix their credit scores or whatever they need to do. But they also have the option of not paying rent. And so at the end of that year, if they do take the whole year, then when they sell it, then they just take it out at the back end, whatever they didn't pay. So it's kind of it's a deferred payment.
That's crazy. So Susan's saying that sellers can take advantage of this hot market where demand is super high, be able to take 100% of the equity of the home and be able to stay in that home and not pay rent for the time that they're in the home. So I think that's amazing, because especially during like COVID, everything's so uncertain, and sellers can be able to live in their home and be able to enjoy where they're staying at and not have to worry about finding a new place, being able to worry about a mortgage and rent at the same time, and having to, I guess, with our Arbit system, with the catch-22, right? Being stuck with 2 homes at the same time. And I think this is the perfect program for a lot of sellers out there to be able to unlock that equity, be able to use it for what they're looking for, what they need to, like bills or down payment on their home. So
yeah, another great thing about it is that they get to capitalize on the hot market right now. But then they can wait, take their time to find another home, and then you activate and go ahead and purchase a home contingent free, because their home is already sold. So they don't have to put in an offer that's contingent on them selling another home, because it's done. So
Christy
it
makes
answers a
very
lot of
good
questions.
point. Yeah, so I think we're seeing a lot of offers that need to be non-contingent, right? And then with this program, sellers can remove their home sale contingency and be able to be more competitive, especially in this hot market.
Yeah, so because they'll have all that money to put down towards a house. It just rolls into their new house. So
Right.
they'll be very strong, even from a cash standpoint, on an offer.
Right. And then I think with that, because of not having to put in being able to put in a non-contingent offer, sellers are also be able to save more money, because they don't have to worry about putting that top dollar, because they can remove their contingencies. They don't have to worry about storage costs, moving costs, or anything like that in order to beat out the other offers.
Mm-hmm. So here's a great scenario, like for someone who maybe has a senior in high school and they don't want to move just yet, but they're planning on moving as soon as their kid graduates high school. They can sell now, and then as soon as their kids are out of school and graduated onto college and they want to downsize, this is perfect, because now you're capitalizing on the hot market and getting really top dollar for that home. But you and your whole family, without moving, without putting stuff in storage, without having to purge for the next 4, 5, 6 months, you can stay there, stay in your same neighborhood among your friends. But the moment you're ready to move to that new community, downsize, whatever it is you want to move to, you have that money, you're ready to go. And it just makes it really is something that is an amazing opportunity for our clients. It solves so many problems.
Yeah, Susan, Trisha, can you think of any other clients that this could help benefit as well too? Do you have any other clients that this could be the perfect program for? Other scenarios?
Yes, I had a client and they were ready to have a baby, but they were too close to the point where she was going to deliver. And so she really wanted to look for a home, but they didn't want to make that move and go through all of that while they were waiting, to have the baby. They really wanted to do it maybe a little bit after she had the baby. So yeah, it'd be a great opportunity for them to use this program and sell their home. And then once, they got a little more settled after the baby was born, then they could make that move.
Right, and be able to take advantage of that equity and also the hot market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Susan, how about you? Any scenarios that you think this would be great for our sellers for?
Yeah, I think it's great for all sellers, because it just gives them the ultimate option to do what they need to do in their own time frame. And that's our whole thing, right? Like, to help people move, buy or sell in their time frame. And because this market's so hot, and if they have a home, like, they feel too rushed and everything's really overwhelming for them. So even though they might not be first-time home buyers, because if they have a home to sell, they clearly have purchased a home before, but maybe that was more than 7 years ago. Maybe it was 20 years ago. They don't do this every day. They don't know what's in store for them. And I think sometimes when they get back into the market, they realize, oh my gosh, like this is nuts, you know, like I need to sell, but I have no place to go. So this really solves that problem of not having to worry about that. And I think, you know, buying and selling a home is very stressful for a lot of people. And I think it alleviates that, just gives them some breathing room. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And one of my clients, they were looking to sell their home because they wanted to take advantage of the hot market, but they weren't ready to purchase another home. So they wanted to sell their home right now and then have to find a rental and for the next 2 to 3 years before they retire and move to Michigan. So I think this is also a great program for those who are looking to move out of state but aren't ready to make that move just quite yet too, but be able to take advantage of this market. And so how does the appraisal value work? So you're saying that 100% of the that sellers will be able to get 100% of the value of it.
Correct. So at the time that the deal is struck, it's going to be appraised and the comps are pulled just like anything else. And that's the value that's determined. However, when it does get sold on the open market and it garners more money, that's what they get. They get the actual. And even if there is a backslide, they're not penalized. They're going to get the upside, all the upside, which is amazing.
Wow. I mean, this is not an iBuyer program. Basically, your sellers will get 100% of the value of the home. And then, as Christy mentioned, any appreciation, let's say the home's $300,000 right now, you get that 75% up front, 25% of the remainder once the home sells. And if it appreciates up to $315,000, the seller will get that $15,000 appreciation. Is that right?
That is right.
Wow. I mean, and the sellers can live in their home and not have to pay rent until that home sells. So yep. I think this is crazy. I mean, it's a great program. I think that a lot of sellers can take advantage of and be able to not have to worry about trying to find their next home and be able to take their time. So, yeah. And I know with our bid program, we've got 60,000 ready and willing able buyers to be able to, and 60,000 ready and willing able buyers. So can you talk a little bit about how that works and what happens and how we're able to unlock the highest value out of our sellers' homes?
Yeah, I alluded to it. We have a whole system. We call it the RBID system in which we activate. And so the moment any of our sellers say they want it, they raise their hand like they want to sell. We bring all the buyers that are interested in that home in one day so that we can garner the most amount of interest. And with more offers and more interest, the price goes up because then the demand is up. So, you know, we're dealing with one house and we just need one buyer. But the point is we bring lots of buyers. So yes. In any given area, we have hundreds of buyers that are going to be interested in looking and shopping in that area because we operate throughout Southern California. So 60,000 and growing constantly is what we do through marketing, through billboards, through radio, through print ads, through word of mouth. You find our videos on how we sell homes all the time. So yes. We always create hot markets for all our homes, even in a hot market.
And we have the cash buyers out there. So, and I think to summarize, basically, this is a great program because there's no credit score, no DTI or income to worry about in order to get that instant equity. Also, sellers have plenty of time to figure out if they want to move, if they are looking for the new home, if it's a new construction or anything like that, if they have to pay off bills, they can unlock that instant equity and be able to figure out what they want to do and still live in their own home and not have to move for the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months, maybe even longer. And I think the other thing we didn't mention yet is that sellers can also repurchase their home later on if they decided not to make a move. Things change, and sellers can end up repurchasing their home back. So,
I know, isn't that crazy?
That's also crazy as well, too, right? I mean, if things change for our sellers, you can purchase your home back and not have to pay extra on that.
Yep.
So
at the price you were selling it for.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then for those who are planning to sell, you don't have to worry about contingencies when you're buying another home, because you'll be able to unlock your equity and also have the down payment ready in cash in hand, and be able to save money when you're putting in that offer. So I think this is a great program for a lot of our sellers out there to take advantage of the hot market. And we have the buyers ready if you're ready to put your house on the market. So definitely give us a call. Phone number is 626-789-0159, 626-789-0159, and we can go ahead, talk to you more about if this program will fit your needs and be able to bring the buyers to your home. So
Wow.
Right.
Andrew did a good job, huh? Susan,
He did a fantastic job.
this is Andrew's first time, and you're like
this
an
is my first
Andrew.
time. Rudy put me on the spot, but
you can do this every day, Andrew. Hey, let's end this by why don't we do a quick? We should have done it at the beginning, but do a quick like your name, which area that you mainly do business at, and what's the best way to call you? Let's start with you, Andrew, since you did an excellent job of leading the mastermind today.
oh boy, Rudy really put me on the spot, but I had some notes, so hopefully it all went well. So I'm Andrew
Fantastic,
Lynn.
Andrew.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Trisha. But and I appreciate your time too. But Andrew Lynn, I serve Huntington Beach and the surrounding areas, but I think as all of us are, we're starting to go out to further out to help serve all our buyers and sellers out there. But I'm in Huntington Beach and focus on Orange County. Christy?
I'm Christy Ramirez Knowles, and I focus on the South Bay and all surrounding cities. And you can reach me at 310-779-8890.
Right. Susan?
Yes, I serve the Newport Beach area. So if anyone wants to relocate in beautiful Newport Beach, Newport Coast, Corona Del Mar, that's my area. 949-355-5071.
And Trisha, what area do you serve, and how can sellers and buyers contact you?
I'm Trisha Cowan, and I'm in the San Gabriel Valley area, surrounding areas as well. Like Andrew said, we're moving out even further and serving wherever we can. So I'm available at 818-445-0316.
Yep, and for those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
Oh, and buyers, and I can be reached at 714-200-6870.
Yep, and if any of you miss the phone numbers, all you need to do, go to yourhomesoldguaranteed.com, www.yourhomesoldguaranteed.com, and you can look up Susan, Christy, Andrew, Trisha. You can hear more from them. For those of you who are not familiar with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, we are a network of top award-winning real estate professionals all throughout SoCal. And Christy, I'm not sure if you know, today is the first day, you guys, Andrew, Susan, and Trisha, I'm not sure if you know, today we officially open up in Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty in Sacramento.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Exciting.
And we are in a conversation with a
San
team
Diego.
in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, we are in the middle of they're doing the paperwork as we speak now. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
So Guaranteed Realty is a network of real estate professionals throughout California. Last word, Christy, I know you have to go. You are at Showing Homes now, but let's make this one last round. Christy, Trisha, Susan, and Andrew. If I'm the consumer watching this video, right? I'm home buyers, I'm home sellers, or maybe I'm a real estate agent watching this video, and I never heard of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. What is the difference between, if I'm thinking of buying or selling a house, why should I hire you at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty over and above thousands of other options? Or I could have just do a for sale by owners.
That's a tough one, Rudy. That is, and we do so much more. I think we're amazing at what we do. We constantly have loyal customers that love us because we focus on them. That's our whole goal. And I think we definitely need a lot more time to explain what we do, at least from my standpoint. We have very unique systems. We constantly train if you're out there. So we make sure that all our agents are ahead of the curve in terms of knowledge, experience, and just making sure that we can provide for them everything they want to know for any real estate inquiries, questions, or anything.
Including this one, Christy. Including the
Yes.
talk about, right? Because the
Yes.
big challenge now, people is trying to buy and sell at the same time, and they're putting an offer subject to the sale of their existing home. It's going nowhere. Right now, what
Yeah.
what we are able to do, we just buy that home. So now when they put an offer on the replacement home, it's no longer subject to the existing home.
You know, and Rudy, that's a good point. Because of who we are, we have over 1,300 5-star reviews on Zillow. Because of who we are, we get corporate partners that seek out partnerships with us. They come to us and say, we love what you guys, we see you as an extension of our brand and who we are. And we know, we're extremely confident if we give you a client or we give you, and we partner with you, those clients, we're going to have an incredible experience. So
Awesome. Same question,
And,
Susan.
wait, and we also have buyer and seller guarantees that no other company provides.
Like what?
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like what?
So
What
like
guarantee?
a buyer, let's say they buy a home, and then within 2 years, if something happens, maybe a new neighbor moves next door and they don't like them, they can sell it, and we'll buy it back from them.
Hey, that's
Or
powerful,
sell.
huh, Susan?
Yeah.
If you are
Yeah,
not happy,
and then-
if you are not happy with your home purchase, call Susan back.
yes,
That's right.
Susan will.
What about you, Trisha? Same question.
Well, going along with Susan and our guarantees, another guarantee that we have is if we don't save you $10,000 on your home, then we'll give you $2,000.
Wow, that's huge, Trisha, especially in the market like now. And the market is hard, right?
Yes,
So-
in a market like this, it's just a guaranteed 2,000.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you, Andrew?
I think if also another guarantee that I provide buyers or VIP buyers is that if they end up purchasing the home that I don't send them, that I'll pay them $1,000.
Wow,
Oh.
that's great. That's huge, Christy. Did you hear what Andrew said, you guys? Andrew
I
said
did.
this. If you work with your home sale guaranteed realty, if we don't, because we promise our clients every day, Andrew is gonna show homes that match your criteria, including homes that you cannot see online. But we don't stop there. We take it one more step. If you find the home first and you end up closing escrow on that home with us, then we will pay $1,000 because we feel like we failed. We didn't do our
Yep.
job. Like we didn't do it, then we should be punished. So we pay $1,000 at the close of escrow. That's awesome. All right, you guys. So it's been fun conversation. Anything else you add before we wrap it up?
No, it's a wonderful place. And we are nominated to be one of the best places to work in real estate. So
Yep,
you
awesome.
got to know
So-
that.
Awesome. Yep. Thank you so much. Like this video, comment below, share this video on your Facebook page so we can help many of your family and friends who's thinking of buying and selling a home. They don't need to make a decision now. They can sell their home, get the equity on their home right now, and they can still stay in the house. They don't need to move out. Right, especially if you're thinking of like buying a new home, right? Because sometimes when they buy a new home, it's still under construction, so they can get the money now, stay in the house 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, even more, and then move into their new home. No rush. So for a free, what do you call this, Christy? For a free equity
Consultation.
yeah, for a free consult, as far as how much money you're gonna net on this home,
Mhm.
all you need to do, call 626-789-0159. Again, 626-789-0159. And this program we can offer to homeowners throughout the state of California. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Great day.
Bye, guys.
Trisha, Susan, Andrew, thank you for sharing.